All right, well, go on, guys. You're back. As I was saying, the information that Fibonacci is able to give to me is that I am still very much bullish. Egon, I am still very much bullish. I am still very much bullish. I am still bullish. I am still bullish. Apologies for that. It's telling me that I am still very much bullish. This is A, B, C. D is about to clock here. This is D1, and we're going to have D2 at 51,901. 51,901. This is telling me that the US 30 is still very much bullish, and this chart pattern that happened here at the weekly time frame is null and void. I think that is the reason why it was um invalidated, because it broke above the neckline. Had it been it would hold, it would not have broke above the neckline. And another thing that makes it not to hold is because on the monthly time frame, last month's time frame on US 30 was a bullish engulfing candlesticks, was a bullish engulfing candlestick that made the chart pattern that formed on weekly time frame to be null and void. So that means US 30 is still has a lot of potentials to the upside. Are we together now? And we could as well see that our trend line, it is still in confluence with our overall flow of the river. And we could see that this is a first touch, a second touch, a third touch happened here, and we could see a bounce off it to the upside. This is so interesting. So the next level target for US 30 is this zone, this green line here, right about here. From this present point to this green zone, that is about, this is 42,000 to 44,000. That's about 2,000 pips to the upside. Sorry, is it 2,000 now or 200 pips? 200 pips to the upside. And to the overall stuff, from this point to D2, that's 51. That is about roughly 800 pips. Roughly 800 pips. Is it 800 or 900 pips to the upside? That's a lot of movement. That's a lot of pips to the upside. Now, how do we take advantage of this market? How do we trade this market? How do we take something out of the US 30? Apologies. Apologies, guys. I'm coming. I want to play sound in the background. All right. So, how do we take choice of this market? That is, how do we make use? How do we benefit from this buy momentum? How do we trade it? Now, this is now market execution. This is market execution. This is market execution. We are now going. There are four ways that I execute a trade. Of course, I won't be sharing everything here. Uh, there are four ways that I execute a trade. All right, but I'm only going to be sharing one here. Um, that is price action interpretation, and then chart patterns interpretations. That is using price action, using the principles of price action, using the principles of chart patterns to execute a trade, and as well candlesticks to execute a trade. So now, how do we execute this trade? How do we make use of this? Yes, how do we get something out of this trade? Because you can see that we still have a potential of 200 pips to the upside. That is a lot of pips, and then we can make something out of it. So how do we do it? How do we do it? How do we do it? Now we could see that there is a invalidated of this neckline to the upside. We could see that it's broke above it. It's broke above it with a bullish engulfing candlestick here. It's closed below, retested it, continuation. Now, how do we take advantage of this trade? There is something we are going to do now. We're going to move from this time frame to the daily time frame to look at, to gather more information And when I got to the daily time frame, I could see something that is very, very interesting. I could see something interesting. I could see that after the break to the upside, the retest happened. You could see that there's something about stock markets that I need you guys to understand. Now, there's an information I'm able to get on the daily time frame, and I'm going to be sharing it with us now. And that is when I got to the daily time frame, I saw something interesting. I'm going to delete this trend line now. I saw something interesting on the daily time frame, and that is I saw that there is a line, there is a zone here. There is a zone here. There is a zone. I'm going to be making use of this tool. There's a zone here that is very, very much interesting. A zone here that is very, very much interesting. All right. After the break to the upside, the retest, the continuation, you could see that when price goes to this particular point, it's reacted, right? It's reacted, and there is something as well that is forming here. We could see that this is the left shoulder, this is the head, this is the right shoulder about here. Now, what do I need to do for this market to buy to the upside? I think I need to see a bit more of a push to the upside, a little bit, a retest, and a continuation. Why do I need to say this? I need to say this because this is a base, this is a resistance that needs to be taken out. If this resistance is not taken out, US30 is not buying anywhere. It's not going, like it is literally not going anywhere. So I need to say this pair push to the upside, retest, and then continuation to the zone. Now listen, now listen. The reason why I need to say this is because when I go back to the no, I don't think. Let me check the weekly time frame. Nope. There's something I'm seeing in the daily time frame as well. When I go to the daily time frame and then I'm able to use my trend line, I could see something. No, this is not what I wanted to do. I think I saw that on the weekly time frame. Yes, I saw it on the weekly time frame. Yes, this is what I was able to see. You could see a break here, right? And let us go back to the daily time frame. Oh, it was not neatly drawn. It was not neatly plotted. I have to plot that again. Now let us go back to the daily time frame. Yes, and let us make this look neatly. Now you could see that after the break here, it retested it, it's continued, but this zone was holding it to the downside. Now that means this line, had it been I had entered from here, I would be taken out. Yes, I'll be taken out. So what do I need to see? Like I said earlier, this is how we are going to profit from this market. Like I said, this is a zone here that is holding this chart, that is holding price from moving to the upside. This is the left shoulder, this is the head, this is the right shoulder, this is the neckline here. I need to see this neckline. I need to see some bullish momentum to the upside and then retest to this zone before continuation. We all know the principles of chart patterns. When chart patterns like head and shoulder, like inverse, this is an inverse head and shoulder. When chart patterns like inverse head and shoulder forms, you know that we need to see a break out of the neckline, a retest, and a continuation, right? And that has not yet happened yet. That has not happened yet. So we need to see that happen. We need to see that happen. Until then, we can profit. We can profit and make some pips off of this trade. If that does not happen, there's nothing we could do. There's nothing we can do. We cannot do a thing. We can't do a thing. So yes, that is pretty much it for US 30. That is pretty much it for US 30. A left shoulder, a head, a right shoulder, inverted and chart pattern form on daily time frame. You need to say it's break above, retest this zone, and then we have a bullish momentum to the upside. If that does not happen, we are going to sit on our hands. We're going to sit on our hands and do nothing. We're going to sit on our hands and do nothing. So that is pretty much what we're expecting US 30 to give to us. And then I'm going to check more pairs that we analyzed, the previous pairs that we analyzed on US 30 on NZD, Euro USD, and GBP card. So let us check Euro USD and see what is happening. All right, if you remember, on Euro USD we said we can only profit from this market if it break above this line, break above it, retest it, and then continuation. That has not happened yet, so we move to NZD USD. NZD USD, we're expecting the NZD USD breaks above this zone before we could have a bullish momentum, or it slaps back down to this zone, right? Because this is a major area of resistance and it has not yet broken it. So we need to say break above this zone or it slap back down to this zone. So that's pretty much what we're expecting to see. And I'm going to delete this now. And let's check the GBP card. Let's check the GBP card. GBP card, where are you? GBP card, GBP card, GBP card. Okay. So we have the GBP card. We expect this line to hold GBP card because we could see a double top form on GBP card, and we expect it to break this line, retest it, and continuation to the downside. That has not yet happened as well. So, guys, we've been able to revisit our last episode, and we've been able to analyze US 30 and to share with us what is about to happen next on US 30. So let us stay vigilant and let us stay alive. What we said on US 30 is that we expect it to break above this zone, at least a few candles to the upside, retracements, retest, and then continuation to the upside. That is what we expect the US 30 to do. If that does not happen, we're going to sit on our hands and do nothing. We're going to sit on our hands and do nothing. We can sit on our hands and do nothing because we know that the overall flow of the river is still bullish on US 30. The overall flow of the river is still bullish. Trend line still aligns. We use our trend line, still telling us that I am still bullish. I am still bullish. So all we need to do is to wait and sit on our hands and allow the market tell us what it wants to do. And like I said earlier, I said something earlier. I said in principles of price action, the third touch always does the trick. The third touch always push the market to the furthest in either direction, either a bullish direction or a bearish direction. The third touch always pushes the market furthest, 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 furthest. And Fibonacci is still in play. This is A, B, C. This is about to happen here. Day one is here. Day two is here. So that is pretty much it. US 30 buy side. Yeah, that is it. That is it. That is it. That is it. So stay alive, stay vigilant, and do not overtrade. Now you can see that there is no pair right now that I am trading. There is no entry at any freaking pairs. There's no entry at any freaking pairs. There's no entry at any freaking pairs. You can see that on the 4 hour time frame, the candle is just looking like something I wouldn't say. So we just needed to wait, sit on our hands, and allow the market communicate to us. Let price action preach to you guys. Let price action preach to you. Let price action preach to you. Hold on, stay calm, stay reserved, and then you need to make this money together. Okay, at least I want to see US 30 at least push somewhere around here, because there is a resistance that is happening around here. Now, yes, that is going to push somewhere around here, retest this zone before we could have a continuation, because we need that. I mean, price action has to fulfill all technicalities. If it does not fulfill all technicalities, it will not move. It won't move. It won't move. It has to do something. I need to see something like this before I open this trade. I need to see something like this. I need to see this guy blow at least above this guy with a few pips. Come down like this. Come down here. And then voila. Right? This is what I need to see. I don't need to see anything else. This is what I need to see. This is what I need to see. This is what I need to see. Okay. That will be our analysis for today. Now this is what I'm going to be doing. Today is Egon Trader Stock Volume 4, and today's date is this is Tuesday. So I'm going to be coming up here every Tuesday, every week, and I'm going to be analyzing my peers and revisiting the peers that we have analyzed to see what is happening. So I'm praying that I am committed to this, guys. Pray for me, pray for me, pray for me, pray for me. I want to be committed to this. Coming up here every Tuesday, analyzing the market for us, and then giving us back to back the next possible movement that we could benefit from, and that will be pretty much it. So this is Egon Trader Stock Channel. This is volume 4. We have analyzed GBP card, we've analyzed Euro USD, we've analyzed NZD USD, we've analyzed US 30. There's still some pairs I want to touch. There are still other pairs I want to touch. I'll be touching them in the subsequent videos. So stay tuned and peace out. Thank you very much.